podcast. I am Melissa Matheson, and we've got a little announcement on the podcast today. Remember how we've been talking about the podcast going through a bit of transition lately? Well, we've got a special project we've been working on behind the scenes. My friend Holly is here, and we're having a quick chat about something new and fun that happens this Friday. I said you would hear all the new news here first before we told anybody else, so here's a little news. Beginning this Friday, we're launching a podcast mini-series called A Breath of Fresh Holly that will be hosted by my friend, Holly Robertson. Holly has done a couple episodes here on the What's Next God podcast with me over the months, and she's a person who has a lot of life experience about a whole lot of things. We're chatting with Holly and her husband Cam, who happened to be here today too, about what you can expect to hear from her beginning this Friday. So grab your coffee and join us at the table for a sneak peek at A Breath of Fresh Holly today on What's Next, God. I don't know how many cups of coffee we've had. How many have we had?
This is my third today.
I think I'm on my third today too.
I drank 5 the other day.
Why? That's a lot of coffee.
I don't know why.
Were you nervous?
No, I just had a lot of opportunity to have coffee.
Because being at home, quarantined and sheltered in place means we have time to drink coffee.
Yeah, except for I really regretted it when it came time to go to bed.
Did you? You couldn't go to sleep?
Well, I sort of feel like, and I don't know if anybody else feels like this, but my sleep schedule is a mess since this has all started. And there's really no reason for it. I don't feel nervous. I don't feel scared. I don't feel any of those things.
Yeah.
But it's almost like the 21-year-old let's party side of my brain is like, let's stay up all night and binge watch TV. So
party like it's 1999.
Yes.
For real.
Yes. I'm like, oh, I'm on episode 6. I can make it to 15.
Yes, you can.
So I guess I just have been doing that.
Yeah. So Forever Young is just how you've been living your quarantine.
Right. Living my best life.
Yeah. 5 cups of coffee.
I won't do it again.
No.
It was a mistake.
I'm trying to think what's the most. Now, I've done 5 shots of espresso in coffee, and I've done that twice in one day. But I was doing a heavy travel schedule and had to be alert and active.
Yeah.
And I just needed the caffeine.
I'm just really trying to find the balance between the coffee and the water.
Oh, okay. No, that's easy for me. I make myself drink. If I'm going to have a cup of coffee, I have to have a glass of water. But I'm a big water drinker anyhow, though. So that's not hard for me to do. I
really only drink water and coffee. Okay. I don't drink anything else. The problem is once I get on a coffee roll, we just keep rolling. rolling. So there we are. And then later on, I'm like, man, my skin is so dry. What is going on? It's because I'm completely dehydrated.
So parched. Yeah, not enough water.
Yes.
What are your telltale signs for dehydration other than dry skin? Because what does your body tell you?
Yes. My mouth gets extremely
smart,
pasty. Oh. Smart. Yeah, that's probably it too.
Sorry.
Gosh, what are my signs? Well, I could probably go 10 hours without using the restroom. That would probably be a pretty good sign. I get swelling. It's terrible.
Because you're just holding water.
I'm like an old person.
I get headaches.
Ooh, yeah.
If I don't get enough water. As soon as I start to get a headache, I go, when was the last time I've had some water?
Now, this might be weird, but my ears ring.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's really annoying. It's almost like a puff of air goes through my ear, over and over and over.
Yeah. And then maybe drinking water will help that go away.
It does.
All right. So here's our medical advice from 2 non-medical medical advice giving people. We are not professionals.
Not at all.
We are moms.
We are moms.
It's sort of like when anything hurts, just have
I'm
you
good
pooped?
at telling people what to do.
Have you pooped today?
Yes. Have you pooped
today? Is the first question. And 2, have you had any water to drink?
It's true.
So guys, in this quarantine, when everything is upside down
Make sure you're pooping.
Make sure you're pooping and drinking your water. Sincerely, 2 moms. We're getting absolutely ridiculous. It's the quarantine. We blame it.
It's the quarantine, and probably no one is going to ask us for advice.
Nobody should give 2 moms microphones in the quarantine.
They shouldn't.
They should, not at all. Hey, okay, so we have a surprise to talk about.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell everybody what we're doing. So we have been, the podcast has been in a bit of transition lately. Just a little bit. So aside from the quarantine, there's just been a lot going on.
Yeah.
And we've talked a little bit about it. So if anybody has been listening to any of the podcasts recently, you know we are in transition. We still don't know what we're doing. We're making it up as we go. But as we do, it's okay. It's good.
It is.
So one of the things we've been working on, Holly and I, Holly has been working on a special project. We are, if there was a drum roll, Dave may insert one in this episode.
Dave may hate that I just found it on the table for that.
The podcast is launching a new mini-series.
Yes.
It is a new thing. Like, I don't know, this idea I don't know. It was just like God going, you have incredible people in your life and amazing friends, and you've been sitting around the table talking, having coffee, and just sharing life. And all of these people are amazing, and they can do a mini-series. And I was like, yes, God, this is a great idea. So
fun.
So I sent you a text. And I said, hey, Holly, will you do a mini-series, some episodes for the podcast? Now, when I sent you that text, what did you think? Honestly, you can tell, because I kind of know what you thought, because you're an Enneagram 6.
I thought, no. Yeah, I mean, I thought no, that really wasn't my thing. But then also I thought, come on, just try something new.
Yes.
But I had to take a little coaxing for the try something new.
You did. So here's what we're doing. We've already recorded a lot of episodes.
A lot, yes.
We are launching this mini-series on Fridays. And it's going to start this Friday.
Yes.
Like in 2 days. The first episode. And they are just little snippets from Holly. Like, if you know Holly, you know what I'm talking about. They are a breath of fresh Holly.
Yes.
Which is the name that we're calling it.
Yes.
Tell me how this name, A Breath of Fresh Holly, came about for this mini-series.
Gosh, how many texts did we text back and forth about this?
Was this the random name generator on Google or something?
It was.
Was it?
Yes, it was the random name generator. And my biggest problem with finding a name, and we've discussed this, I need it to be a little bit quirky. I need it to be a little bit snarky. I need it not really snarky. That sounds mean, but just
a little spicy.
Yes.
A little, yeah.
I'm not a bland individual.
No, you are not. See, spicy's a good word.
Spicy's a good word.
Great word.
Yes.
So, A Breath of Fresh Holly, we are doing just these little short snippets with Holly and some of the topics, because I have gotten to hear all of the recordings.
Yes.
And we're talking about, what are you talking about? Tell me what you're talking about on these little episodes and what you're talking about and why.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're talking about my favorite things. We're talking about organization. We're talking about dating.
Hey, that organization one is really good. I like that one. And the dating one was good too.
And basically, I'm picking topics that I feel like I have some life experience with and just want to share little tidbits of wisdom with people.
Plus, you also pulled some people in your life and said, hey, if I'm going to talk about a topic, what would you want to hear talked about? And
yes.
that kind of inspired some of those. Well, the first episode, it's just a little short but sweet little introduction. But everyone's going to have to come back every week and hear things that Holly is saying. And I am really excited about this. It's going to be a lot of fun. So now some of the episodes too, you are giving people homework.
I am. So you will have to connect with me on social media.
Yes.
To follow up with that.
Yes. So Holly is talking about these topics. She's given a little bit of homework just for you guys to kind of get your thinking caps on.
Yes.
And maybe even start some really good discussions online.
I hope so.
About some of the topics that we talk about.
Yeah.
That you are talking about.
Yes.
So we, hey Dave, if you do you have a microphone if I bring Cameron in for a minute?
Yes.
You do? Can you set that up for me? Hey, Cam, will you come talk? Okay, so Holly's husband, Cam, is here. Cameron Robertson, the man himself. And here's the applause. Okay, so I wanted to bring Cam in, your husband, to tell everyone
Smile.
how wonderful you think your wife is, because you've been here for all the recordings too.
Yeah, she's actually done amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, she actually was, this is a little bit out of her box, I guess you'd say. And this is something that she, I don't know, there's just something that is on her that, the Lord has put, I believe that, I don't know if it's about podcasts or writing or something. So this is just starting that whole journey, in that area, I guess.
Because she's kind of smart.
Kind of. Yes.
She's kind of got some really good things to say.
She does.
Yeah, and she's kind of funny.
She is.
So in some of the conversations, some of the episodes that Holly does, you'll hear some snickering in the background sometimes, and that is Cam with his hand over his mouth, trying to hold it in, and all of us actually, kind of snickering in the background.
Yeah.
Trying not to make noise, but so because you're her number one fan.
I am.
Yeah.
And you will hear this.
So you're a guy and you have listened to her, but is the topics and those interesting, not just because she's your wife, but did you learn anything new? Now, of course, not about the dating because you're already married.
Yeah. I mean, everything that I feel like that she has said is reaches out to certain people. I mean,
it does.
Organizational skills. I mean, come on, I don't have those. So that's why I married an organizationalist.
Yes.
So, I'm the hoarder and I like to have things around the house, So anyway, but she, I think everybody will enjoy, what she has to say.
Yeah. Holly, what does it mean for you to have Cam support you in something new that you're doing?
Actually, today he was like, "Do you want me to go with you?" And I was like, "Yes." It feels so safe to me to have him sitting here next to me, even if he's not saying anything. It's just nice to have that safety net.
Because he wasn't planning on saying anything. I just dragged him in.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And the reason why I wanted to do that is because I've been so impressed with the way you have supported Holly in doing this. And I feel like it's important for people to hear. I feel it's important for husbands to understand the value that they bring when they affirm their wives in their giftings and their callings. I mean, that's my husband, Dave, for me, doing everything behind the scenes because he so believes in the call of God on my life and that I have something to say and that I am meant to connect and build relationships with people so that they can become better people and have more fulfilling relationships. And I couldn't do what I do without my husband, Dave. And so I just, for Cam to be here, first I want to applaud you and the husbands that support their wives and just point out the importance of that. And then how it makes you feel, Holly, as a wife, to have him here with you. Well, these are little snippets that are coming Friday, every Friday, A Breath of Fresh Holly. I want you guys to go follow Holly on social media so you can make sure you get all of her homework. We are going to be putting these. Dave just choked on something.
He doesn't want to do homework.
He doesn't want to do homework. Okay, you don't have to do the homework, but you might want to still follow her so you can see everybody else doing their homework.
Yes, just chime in. in. It'll be fun, lighthearted.
Yes, it'll be a great way for people to connect with you and kind of get some discussion started. You talked about your Enneagram number too.
I did.
And a little bit that you've learned about yourself through your Enneagram journey. That's a good one too. So lots of fun stuff. I'm excited to see what happens with this. So guys, go follow Holly. You're going to have some homework to do. First episode starts Friday. And we're really not sure how many episodes there'll be. We're just going to figure it out as we go.
Yes, we're going to wing it. Wherever God takes it.
All right, friends, keep your notifications on because you never know what all is going to start happening over here. A breath of fresh Holly will be just the thing your Friday needs. Short, sweet, and right to the point. These little chats are packed with a whole lot of good stuff. Make sure you follow Holly on Instagram or Facebook to join in on the discussion each week with your thoughts and comments. I've put her links in the show notes today. Hope you and your family are doing well, and just remember, friend, we are all in this together. I got to chat with a dear friend I've known for years, and it's a conversation I know you're going to love. I will save you a seat, so come join us on Monday as we sit around the table, have a cup of coffee, and talk about what's next, God.